timely rotation is going to make an account here.
And here we go. We are going to start off the grand final day with WPM Lokings and KAGENDRA, the upper bracket. And WPM are going to start it all off, having the good side on P2. They also got some players holding up that point, contesting the time and not giving KAGENDRA this early rotation as well.
This is just a fantastic start from Lokings, but KAGENDRA finding break, and you see Lokings not hopping on into the battles one at a time. They do bide their time as Fran gets a double. Susano finds the trade onto Reef that opens up the hill for a little bit on the side of West Point Mamba Lokings. Such methodical approach here from both sides, really not making any cheap mistakes whatsoever, waiting for that backup. Tacticals are going to be used as well, and the smoke's just obscuring the vision of West Point Mamba Lokings. KAGENDRA was able to take a little bit off of the hill before, of course, Lokings hop right back in. And at the end of P1, nobody's surprised that we are all equal.
Yeah, it's a mirror matchup here. It's just who outsmarts who at this point in time. Early rotation being made by WPM. Kalo's gonna be here trying to play with his life. He's gonna need some backup now. He wins one gunfight, and they open up with a very good contest coming in for KAGENDRA. But now Kalo able to step it up big time, gets those 4 kills, and open up this hill with them inside.
But the favorable spawns here on the side of KAGENDRA. But look at the smoke. Lambo smoke. KAGENDRA can't hop on in. Me6 holding on to the corner. The Grau is going to be able to beam at least one down. Susano with the information will be able to find the trade right back. The backstab from Zen out of the split spawn doesn't give KAGENDRA the advantage whatsoever. Gunfights now being won by West Point Mamba Lokings as they hold on to the hill even without the favorable spawn.
It all started with Kalo taking down the early gunfights up against KAGENDRA, and KAGENDRA could not get any kill here right now. Yopi has been able to shut them down every time, but finally we get to see some contests. Me6 able to find a double, but Luffy there to go in and not give KAGENDRA a lot of opportunity to claim a lot of scrap time. Moving on to P3 we go. It's going to be on defenses. Again, another early rotation being by WPM Lokings. KAGENDRA starting off the back foot, and they're needing a break. One good break to stop WPM Lokings from snowballing this map.
Yep, one going for the flank, and Kalo takes care of him with the Preddy, and it is going to be Reef and the Sparrow. Perhaps this operator opens up the hill for quite a little bit. It does exactly that, but the bleeding is going to be stopped here. West Point Mamba Lokings attacking from the right. They've got the Special Forces base in terms of the spawn as well as the numbers to play all of this. Player number 2 in blue, playing the flank as well. PJ is going to be super deadly, and he does take the players off of KAGENDRA, and it will be the Hardpoint soaked up by Lokings once again to run away with this game.
Yeah, one thing we can highlight with WPM Lokings is their hold percentage. Once they get that early rotation, it's hard to bully them out of the point unless you are able to stack and use your operators efficiently. And you can see KAGENDRA filling that one right now. Finally, they get some contest, but it's only the 14 seconds. Smoke's going to be there, used by WPM to close the distance down once again. And you can see them go in right pack, even claiming this scrap time here, AJ.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And, you know, it's not like the majority of engagements are won by the side of West Point Mamba Lokings, but they are getting the edge on some of these crucial battles here. KAGENDRA forced to panic on that P3 after faltering at P2. They did not expect such a dominant hold by West Point Mamba Lokings. But now, with the rotation over to P4, they are the first ones there, and the gravity vortex will give Zen a little bit of extra pressure. But Kalo, just walking through the stats, is able to open things up for West Point Mamba Lokings. Now they push the line slowly back, and you can see player number 1 with the claw, but he fails to guard the top claw of mana. Kalo hops on in to see if he can hold that on for the squad. He does a phenomenal job, but in the meantime, KAGENDRA on the hill, sneaking away those points. But the battle and the heat just does not stop out of the Lokings.
Yeah, we got Clove now using that Purifier, and he gets to pick 2 players there off the bat. And now they're going to get this last 20 seconds. They get this next set of gunfights and force WPM Lokings to reset. They'll be able to narrow that lead down, but WPM gets right back into it. PJ and Susano able to team up, get this scrap time, and prepare this squad to get that second floor control by the time we open up that Hardpoint on that mid-map with P1. Gonna be opening up after 8 seconds. KAGENDRA has a good solid hold in there right now.
And a double point lead coming through from West Point Mamba Lokings. KAGENDRA, they don't even get to take them off of the hill, even if the hill has moved on towards the P1. Thinking that they could take the backstab as they flush out the place on the side of West Point Mamba Lokings, catching their backs just did not work out. The strategy of KAGENDRA slowly crumbling, but they do have a fantastic start P1 here. As the hill opened up, they were able to hop right in.
Yeah, Yopi has already got 25 kills here for WPM. And we need someone from Kagendra to step things up. Right now, Clove and Reef only combining for 28. And you would need to require someone who can get the 20 kills already so that you get to fight with a lot of gunfights, especially inside of that objective. Kagendra now finally showing some signs of life, able to score in a good amount of time on this P1. And now we get to see WPM slow it down as well. And they get to break that. Kagendra needs to resupply back in that point.
Yeah, 50-point lead by West Point Mamba Low Kings initially, and Kagendra did manage to put on a fantastic show to catch right back up. Final 7 seconds, the bleeding is going to be stopped by Kagendra this time round. A different sort of beast. They win out their gunfights, and they're right back in this matchup. And we have seen a 60-point lead made into nothing in the past, and therefore, what West Point Mamba Low Kings has right now isn't going to be anything to flex at all. They have to have another perfect run here at the Money Hill at Garage.
It's all about this gunfight for Reef. He finds 3 players with it, gives his opportunity for them to break that point by the time the hardpoint opens up. And they will be late on that rotation, but they approach it with their operators working to the best of their abilities. They bring out the gravity vortex as well to stop this initial push. But here we go. We got WPM Low Kings investing their own operators as well. But so far, it has gone 2 ways. Kagendra slowly getting the momentum going.
Oh, Fran raging on, man. Just that war machine making the world of difference there. Hunter Killer Drone going to get sent out as well. Fran hops on right back into the battle. Spots one player, doesn't beam him down, and he waited too long. He gets traded out, and a drop in terms of performance for the side of Kagendra for that 1 split second. Gives West Point Mamba Low Kings the hill right back. 12 more seconds. Kagendra has to go in for that early rotation, and they start the travel.
Yeah, they need to go right now. They have only done 1 rotation, and that's through P4, and they could not get a Money Hill. They got an opportunity to win at that P3 fences when they got Zen as well as Fran holding off that early rotation. Now, they also get number 5 in Mystics to go for the flank and take down number 4 and 5 in blue. And it's going to be a big hard point for Kagendra to win so that they can close that gap down. It's a big margin moving on to P3.
Oh, man, the gap's just getting wider and wider. Kagendra, they need to patch this up instantaneously. Nobody's flanking around from the right-hand side just yet. They want to straight forward, take that fight against them. Reef is going to be able to beam down Klo, who already shot out 2 of those gravity vortex shots, so not a lot wasted off of that operator. Freddy's going to be brought into the competition as well and gets that 1 slay. Luffy just clears up the hill for a little bit, but the bleeding has been paused. Low Kings once again putting out the tremendous performance, but they will get burned down. Clove brings out the Purifier only to take 1 player, and still neither side wanting to give in this heated battle.
Yeah, Kagendra wants to chip away some sort of points here at this P3, but they could not get it to go. Now, forced to spawn at the wells. You need to make that early rotation at that P4 at the God Rock. And it's WPM Low Kings that will be able to claim this cap time. They also have PJ set up for next year, but really able to take him down. So this will be a much better setup, a lot more better position for him, but Susano brings out the Purifier.
Another early rotation coming through for Kagendra, and that's burned down all thanks to this Purifier in the hands of Susano. What a tremendous play thus far from the Filipinos. Can they keep this up? It looks like they most definitely can, especially with Susano still beaming around with the Purifier. Turns the right-hand side, spots that 1 player, but the war machine response comes through from Fran. He tries to break the hill open, sustains all of that battles all single-handedly as the rest of the players from the side of West Point Mamba Low Kings floating from the side of Doc. They've got a 5-man stack. They win out their gunfights and they take the hill over yet again. Luffy responds with his own war machine.
Yeah, it's just kind of a split spawn for Kagendra here right now. Luffy's able to take them down 1 by 1. More surprisingly, he's got the highest kill in WPM Low Kings right now, playing a big factor in finding these eliminations at the long range with an LK-24, and Yopi's able to operate. Finds himself a 4-piece, and it's now a 200-point mark that will be reached by WPM Low Kings. Just 40 more points for them to take this victory.
Yeah, Hunter Killer Drone will find absolutely nothing, but West Point Mamba Low Kings not breaking a sweat at all. All the points off of the hard point thus far soaked up by the team in blue, and Kagendra really need to find a survival gameplay here. Every single point needs to go their way, but the gunfight's only going 1 way, and it's the way of the snakes. West Point Mamba Low Kings opening up P1 as well.
Yeah, the way of the snakes. They just need that 30 points to get this victory. Caleb brings out the gravity vortex once again to counter all the players popping on these windows, this open areas that can shoot him down and be vulnerable. Clove will be able to get that flank, but there's still so much time that they have to catch up on, and they're asking them to play it perfect for the next few hardpoint rotation, which will be pretty hard knowing how much momentum WPM Lokings has right now.
Yeah, the game's all over already. KAGENDRA can pause the bleeding if they hop on into the battlefield, but this amount of damage by West Point Mambalokings, we are not even on that money hill just yet. We saw their run earlier on. Even though KAGENDRA was bringing in all of the investments of the operators, West Point Mambalokings still found a dominant run on that P2. So even if the bleeding does get stopped here, which KAGENDRA is doing really, really well, Kalo on the slays picks up the scraps for the squad to make the play at P2 so much more easier. 5 points now to bring this to a close.
Yeah, KAGENDRA has to have a legendary hold here to make themselves get this victory. WPM Lokings slowing it down, waiting for number 5 and 4 to get that pinch play, and finally settle this one done and dealt with.
Neither one of these two have lost a single series ever since stage 3, and this is gonna start obviously something between the two in terms of a long-term rivalry. West Point Mambalokings really burning down the players on the side of KAGENDRA, and Susano doing it literally with the Purifier. 250 to 146, a dominant run from the Filipinos, coached by Olea.
Was able to get this Purifier